Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Let's start by taking a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to you guys. I have a union read and a twin flame read for you guys today. Here is the union read. Okay, this is 3D, 4D, 5D. So the bottom line is 3D, 4D, 5D. The left is the feminine, the right is the masculine, the middle is the bridge between. This is the incoming divine feminine, the outgoing divine masculine, and the underlying energies and the exiting energies, okay? And then here's the twin flame read in front of you. For those of you not familiar, this is a 7-deck read for the twin flames. This is the SIRIAN STARSEED deck. This is the complete read with all 7 decks. Okay, we have the Romance Angels, we have the Numerology deck, we have the Gilded Tarot, the Universal Golden Tarot, the Mini Rider-Waite. I don't think I missed anything. What else did I not say? Oh, and the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Okay, so first is the union read, and then we'll get into the twin flame read. These were both done yesterday for today's energies. It's all in the moment. Whenever you come to this video, it applies. All right, so 1137, I did this union read. 11 is the Justice card, and 37 is the King of Cups, unconditional love. And it, oh, I'm sorry, it's not 3D, 4D, 5D. This read is for 4D, 5D, 6D read. And we come into this read, and this is again regarding 4, 5, 6 because we're letting go of the 3D. So if you're, when I do the 3, 4, 5D reads, if you find a lot of the 3D applies to you, then you're seeing what part of you is still in the 3D that perhaps you want to let go of. So we have 4D, 5D, 6D for this read. The 10 of Swords is the underlying energy, the 10 of Pentacles in the middle of the read, and the Queen of Swords is the exit card. Ending pain with bliss and family time perhaps, as well as gatherings. Enjoying abundance with the Queen of Swords, the War Widow. Getting a handle on the truth and perhaps support from nature. And also things occurring naturally. Broken man, red woman, and gray woman. The red woman between the divine masculine betrayal and bliss. The divine feminine loss and truth triggering. The incoming divine feminine being karma, the 5 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Remember, this is the coming into the 4D. Karma done in the home stretch in 3D by the water where the air is thin, coming together to co-create. Trinity, 3, 2, 1. And Jimmy jump, jumping jacks. Okay? My mother used to call my brother Jimmy jump all the time. So that was coming up here. It just has to do with that energy of the 3, 2, 1 jump, and 3, 2, 1 was coming up, I believe it was yesterday's read too, with the 3s and the 1s, 31, 30, and 10 I think came up. And again, the card then 3 to 1 came up from the Journey of Love. So coming together to co-create Trinity, 3 to 1, and Jimmy jumping jacks. The 4D is the Knight of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, which can be the sovereign, another person, and then the 9 of Cups, which often for me, the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups are the masculine and feminine in their sovereignty. The divine feminine making a proposal, pure land or city by the sea. The divine masculine getting the wish, 6 rays of light, redone cellar or wine country, or new sunroof or ceiling or high window, directing the sunlight to stream in. Bridging by 9 crystals, sovereign with pure wise bird or counsel, in the garden planting crystal seeds, or thinking long and hard on how to invest. The divine masculine celebrating, perhaps Thailand, right there. Thailand, it might be Tai Chi or Tibet. Oh, this is what it's going to, Thailand, Thai chef, or Tibet, or Tibet, or no tie at all, just relaxed in stone cellar or luxury hotel. The divine feminine by the city and bridging in nature as sovereign and advisor, the divine feminine with the crystal light, and the divine masculine with direction. The 5D here is the reflection of the Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Star. The divine feminine Hermit, reflecting the divine masculine rock star, leader and healer, walks like an Egyptian, the divine feminine grounding while the divine feminine flies, bridging with the Ten of Pentacles, abundance, family, business, community, or legacy, heaven on earth. Orange and peacock, lots of crystals and nature, a garden of prayer. Build it and they will come. A sanctuary to pray and Om, or a new place for mother and daughter, or daughter following in mother's footsteps. Son offering assistance in the 4D, or mother and children investing together or giving wise advice while the divine masculine is astral traveling. Egypt, Atlantis, Thailand, Tibet, wine country or cellars, or interpreting the stars, astronomy or astrology here. The divine feminine focused on nature. Here, and again, it seems like the feminine today is in the very grounding energy, allowing the masculine to get up into the etheric realms. The 60 here is the 9 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. The divine feminine's heart in the E tower, receiving guests while the divine masculine works out 7 crystal formation and creation, a plan. The divine masculine surrenders to wisdom, being in it but not of it, at 1210, the hangman and the wheel of fortune, knowing the next step, 7th step, is ghosting, right? The 7th density or dimension. You no longer can see. There's invisibility there. Bridging by the 4 of Wands home and union, then the castle, the bridge, the moat and garden of prayer, 1111, and the drawbridge, 11-2, 3 sets of 11, 6 plus 33, the Christ and Sophia, lovers, happily ever after, in the E tower is the 369. The 3 of the M, W, and E, all the same symbol, just in a different direction, at 1212, 2 hanging men. The man, woman, trinity, and E, expansion, change, freedom, play, and vacation. The Elohim, ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, him and hers. Song and chips, the Electric Light Orchestra, or the vehicle of transition, or hearse. H and H, 8 and 8. YM, or Imana, or the word that the Pleiadians use for the feminine god, the urgency of Sophia. Horse, which I always called God Mr. Ed, Saggy. So horse and hearse is coming up as the him and hers in the dance of the crazy eights. The sign waving, symbols instead of words. Horse and hearse, Mr. Ed and the chariot that is silent, leading by a nose, senses and smells. The divine feminine here is the Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 7 of Pentacles, which in this deck for me is the divine feminine's heart in the E tower. At your service, or child that is working with crystals and light, and the divine feminine's heart in the E tower. And again, we're the symbol of the E in all directions is coming up again. So if you take an E, a capital E, and you knock it on its side, it becomes the M. If you turn it over again, it becomes the number 3, and then you turn it on its back and it becomes the W. The 3-sided square, the rolling stone, the open home. This was coming up as very important again. This is like the 3rd day that this has come up. The E coming up for the Elohim, the Eve, the expansion, the one direction that's always open. And E is the number 5 of the Hierophant. And I'll get to this in a minute. So the M here in the alphabet is 14, and notice E is 5, M is 14, which is also a 5, and then we get to the W, which is 23, which is also a 5, okay, in the alphabet. So the M here is the Metatron, sitting back to back, the fence, the gate, the guard, the E that fell down, the 2 cups that were dumped out, the spine and the chakra system and the connection between them, the 2 spines and the key connections, the two heads together as one. The W coming up here as the wounded warrior and the Mary Magdalene. The two cups attached, two U's, two pillars and one altar, and a wave, boobs and butts accentuated here. Supporting the emotion between, the space, the buffer, in all directions of time-space continuum. And you notice then we get to the number 3, which is the Empress in the deck, the only 3 here. As we're talking here about going from the 3D Earth to the 5D dimension. Okay, so the E, the M, and the W are all in the 5th. The 3, regarding the 3rd, involves the connection to the 5th and beyond, because from the 5th dimension you have access to everything that's not restricted by the veil in the 3D. The 3, in all directions of time and space, continuum, and notice the continuum has 2 U's in it, which is the W again of the King of Wands. The 23 is the King of Wands, the 14 of the M is Temperance, the angels, and the 5 is the Hierophant, which can represent Godhead, right? The traditional symbol of God in the 3D, okay? That would be the E. So continuum has 2 U's, which is that W, but you notice if you break down continuum in all directions of the E to the M to the W to the 3, in all directions of time, space, continuum, continuum is CO of co, the N of 1 U upside down, the dumped out cup. But you notice there's another N after TI, which means source. And then, so there's 2 N's and then a W and then 2 U's. There's the M and the U, and then there's another M literally after the 2 U's. So it's co, source in between 2 dumped out holy grails, the W and then the M, right? The wounded warrior and Mary Magdalene, and the Metatron, the fence, the gate, the guard, the boundaries, going within, again the W of with, and the flow, again the W of the flow, and change in tides, seasons, and perspective here. If you look at the M, just to get an idea of this letter and number, depending on what direction you're looking in, it is 3 lines down with a line supporting, like the Parthenon, the Lincoln Memorial, the Colosseum. No top, no floor, or 1 wall missing. And that came up in some temples down in, I think it was Mexico, I forget, that are 3-walled buildings. Nature must always be the 4th part of the puzzle. 3 ones, or the 3 sides of the building, 2 waves or 2 spaces, and then 3 points. Actually, there's two infinitum as well. 2 spaces, 2 waves, 2 infinitum, because you have the 2, 4, 6 of the 3, 6, 9, with 3 ones and 3 points, and 3 space portal vacuum. And again, vacuum has 2 U's next to each other. Okay, of the 2 U's being the W, and again that letter, but how often does 2 U's come up in a word? And continuum and vacuum are 2 of those words. The Empress, again, is the M of Imana, and Imana may be spelled with an I as the first letter, but for me, I'm coming up with the E. It's the M, like in James Bond, M as the mother. M is pronounced E-M. Imana is coming up as the 3 ones, that the 3 ones is the Tesla energy of the 1, 2, 4, missing the 3, and then the 8, 7, 5, missing the 6, because the way I was being shown it here, the Amana or the Empress M energy is coming up as the upside down pyramid, the triangle upside down, which then the reason why the 3 is missing is because the bottom of the triangle is 2 lines missing the one in the middle, which would be the 3rd, which is the portal. The 2 in support of the divine feminine creator at the bottom, the W or the Hierophant being the wise high council, the masculine pyramid with the 1 at the top and the 2 at the bottom, the 2 supporting the divine masculine as the changer and the charger. And remember too, when you draw an M or a W, there you can draw it in the way where it's pointy, and then the M has the feminine V in the middle with two pyramids supporting it, the two masculines supporting the feminine, and then the W is the opposite, where it's one masculine with two feminines supporting the masculine. The Temperance card coming up as the E, which is also coming up written as AE, capital AE, which is like the A is supporting the E. The E is leaning on the A. The ash coming up here again of the AE symbol, and the patient angels expanding with then the pyramid on its side. In other words, an arrow pointing to the right. The divine feminine, arts and entertainment, Adam and Eve, and then the King of Wands shaman being the number 3 with the V, or the E backwards with the V, where the V is now leaning on the back of the 3, is the Jesus, the healers, the caterpillar, where the feminine is the butterfly, the masculine being the caterpillar support system, the Jesus and the healers, the weight of the world, and contracting, whereas the feminine is expanding. The masculine's arrow is the pyramid or the arrow pointing to the left towards the divine feminine. Hardworking, contracting, and making deals. Let's make a deal. That's the masculine here, the 3V. Okay. The 3 is the masculine or the Jesus energy holding up the V, which is the feminine. The divine masculine was 6 rays from sun, from the 4D getting their wish, and 5D propelled to their dreams come true, astral, rockstar, Atlantis in Egypt, to 6D surrender to all that is, crystals in hands and pink aura big, in nature by the water and no compromise. The bridge here is the 4D sovereignty, the 5D dream home and family, and the 6D castle and drawbridge and moat, the twin flames in the E tower. The E's expanded on all sides in all directions. 4 torches outside, but 2 flames more inside to make 6 altogether. The 42 is the 2 of cups, and the lovers to infinitum in all directions. The outgoing divine masculine is the 6 of cups, the King of swords, and the indigo. The innocents loving each other, grounding and integrating love. The King of swords, master of ceremonies, as indigo proposes to the Queen of swords. The sword and the stone, a rock to remember their truth by, all polished and smooth and no words needed. The King and Queen of swords and their diamond light connection. I was just getting the lightning subways, the light subways, and I think that Sacramento, they have that energy. Bliss of the ultimate dream home and family, and the Queen of swords who will always tell him the truth. At 132, the magician and the journey or journeyman. At 133 is the magician and the Christ energy, the 7 of wands, standing up for oneself without being defensive and taking the high ground. No karma or no karmic, only innocent pure love between. And then Carrie came up and Hawaii 5-0 as the terms being defined. And it was so weird because, I mean, literally the word Carrie came up here. And so I wrote down Carrie photographer because I have a friend, Carrie, who's a photographer. And she actually did the video of my parents, when they told their life story. So Carrie, the photographer, comes up here, and I'll tell you why that's interesting in a minute. So I define all of the things about Carrie. And let's see here. And the message coming up from this was octopus, which was one of the definitions of Carrie. Octopus being all, I remember the show on Netflix, My Octopus Teacher. I think that was the name of the movie, which is a really cool movie if you want to check it out. So the octopus is all hands and arms, right? This came up the other day too. No body, just the head and legs or arms, whatever you want to call them. The alcohol, curry, the to-do list, to eat crow, to wash penis. These are all coming up as definitions of Carrie. The diamond fire, or restitution for pain and suffering, anxiety. The rock, the stone, and the cart before the wagon. Intent and faculties come together with bird and fish, pier and trap. Again, that could be your piers and their trap as well. The main artery, the vessel for work and labor. the ring of fire, or hot circle or circus, relative, voiceless, deaf, or in other words, not heard and cannot hear. The cattle, the herd, the flock, the reef, the grounds, all arms, informal Christmas, emu, water buffalo, and jerky, Hawaii 5-0, or carry turn 50, and photographs, video, co-creating. Faceless stretching and growing, physical healing in green orbs, above the clouds juggling, while the King of Swords is venerable or respectable, and crisp in their crisp indigos and whites, warrior child and rainbow child here, his inner child, and an offering from crystal work. So that can represent him or his children around him. Lovers of poetry, Master 01, and indigo proposal to Queen of Swords. The King of Swords, crisp, on stone with sword across his lap, the samurai warrior, and the Queen of Swords, gray mosaic. And I was just getting mosaic. I don't know what that means to anyone, but gray mosaic, a million fractured pieces carefully placed back together, the Queen of Swords, whereas the King of Swords is coming up as very smooth, right? But relaxed. Her sword, her cane in left hand, the one he had presented to her way back when this all started. She holds his swords, always in hand, but also the reed, the growth that she's had, which it leans on her right pulse, on her wrist, which is nature. So in this union read, we had the Knight and Spirits connecting with me. Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, which can be two children, but also the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, which can represent the sovereignty of the masculine and feminine. We also have the Six of Cups, which can represent the past or two younger children, and then the King and Queen of Swords together here, both in their truth. The divine feminine, Aquarius, Virgo energies on that side, the divine masculine with Aquarius and Virgo on their side, but also Gemini possibly on the masculine. So that was the union read. All right, the reason why Carrie and photographer came up was so weird to me was because after I did this read last night, I ended up watching the movie When We First Met. And when we first met, Carrie is the friend of the main female character, but she's not really the main female character. So the main female character, you focus on the whole movie, but her friend, the photographer's name was Carrie, and she ends up being the main character in the end. And that movie, I finished watching it right at 11:11. So it was very cool. That was so weird. Okay, so the Twin Flame read here. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 3-2-1. Again, we have the 3-2-1 energy of the 3-2-1 jump and the Trinity energy of the Father, the Mother, and the Child, the triangle. We're all about the triangle today, and the Tesla energies of the 3-6-9. On today's date, the spring portal, the equinox, the 3/21/2021, going from yesterday of the 20th to today, the 21st. At 3:29 is the 3 of the Empress and the 29 of the 3 of Wands. And instead of crystals, ristles was coming up. So RY stalls and Y stalls. Y is the Y in the road. So it's like our Y stalls are being stuck at the Y in the road. And then the NE of crystals is the northeast of crystals. Also the Christ Elohim energies of crystals. And crystal literally means Christ-like or Christ-like. So at 3:33, I cut and dealt. I just happened to look at the clock when I cut that deck. So the Gilded Tarot, which is this one over here, the underlying energy, I only pull a few cards from that deck over here. So that's the Gilded Tarot, was significant here at 3:33, the 3-6-9. And then I completed this read at 3:43, which is the Empress and the 43 of the 3 of Cups. Again, the 3 coming together. The major arcana in this read were Tower and Karma. Karma is the Judgment card. And before the read, the Star, Strength, and Guidance, which is the Hierophant card, came up. We also had Transition and Reason in the read. Transition is the Death card, Reason's the Emperor. And after the read, the Chariot, Ascension came up in the deck too. We had a lot of major arcanas in this read. Ascension is the World. After the read, Chariot, Solar Deity, which is the Sun, and High Priestess, or higher self actually in this deck came up. So we had altogether, I think it was 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 altogether out of 21 cards. So we had 3 pentacles, 1 wand, 2 cups. There were no swords in this read, and mostly pentacles. Again, 3, 2, 1, but it came up 3, 1, 2. We had the 9 of wands, as well as the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So 2 knights in this read, as well as the 9 of wands and the 9 of pentacles as the main cards. We had 33 and 99 coming up again, 3, 6, 9 energies of the 33 of the Christ vibration, the 7 of wands, and the 99 of the compassion, the endings, the selflessness. This is definitely service to others of the 9 energy. It's the final number, the end of the cycle. It's the illumination of the human, the 99. And I was just getting the 99 bottles of beer on the wall again, removed from the wall. We have 2 as the main numbers in the read, and 89, that was it. 89 for me is the reflection of 98, the human body temperature. 89 being the expansion beyond that. So temperature getting higher or temperature getting colder in personality as well. The code line was all about new beginnings, and the number 29, which reduces to 11 and 2 in numerology, when it reduces to a power number in the Divine Triangle numerology book. 11, 22, 33, and 44 are all power numbers. 44 being the weight of the world upon your shoulders, the Atlas energy, which in the Tarot comes up as the 10 of wands, the Atlas energy, the weight of the world. And again, based on the Pythagorean theorem and the triangle with the squares off of each side of the triangle. Okay, so the code line here, and the 29 is the 3 of wands being present, the 11 being justice, truth, and balance. Being present in the moment, in your truth and balance, and new beginnings here. The message is coming from the code line here, very much about the Tower and the Knight of Pentacles, and being good at something. The Knight is adept, which can be the knight, it can be the knight warrior, and it can be good, being good at something, accomplished, but not the master quite yet, right? So it's not the page or the seeker, but it's like being a sophomore in college, right? So we have the messages here of to dangle without air, a small wooded enclosure without air. The Knight being key, the 29 to the nth degree, and the E tower regarding the divine feminine in the E tower. But again, the E being like that weather vane, but the one that goes in all different directions, not just side to side or up and down, but all 4 directions. The masculine to the feminine and the 3D to the 5D. The weather vane, right? The psychic temperature, the E tower of the divine feminine and the Knight of Pentacles as new beginnings come up here to peel back the layers to the nth degree. The Knight being key, whether it's the nighttime or the night warrior, being good at something but not mastered it yet. The High Priestess, Hermit, and the Tower, and the Knight of Pentacles, the loyal, humble servant, perhaps sassing here, or SAS if that means something different to you, in a new beginning. The Emperor, the table header, right? The one who insists on being at the head of the table. The after-death test being key to the collective consciousness, the Hermit, the Wise One, the Tower, and the Knight of Pentacles. A Libra came up as a definition here, beginning. And Libra has to do with justice and truth and balance. And again, the word AS, one of its meanings is a Libra, which doesn't have to do with astrology, but it doesn't really matter when my definitions come up because it's all the same sound energy. Another translation was coming up as water to the nth degree, or water is the table headers instead of people, perhaps, right? Water is the nourishment of life, the emotions. The good key to the Hermit, right? The Hermit's knowledge, they're going within. The Tower, the Knight of Crystals, the loyal, humble servant with circular object of new beginnings. And the Knight of Crystals can be proposing. Or his unrest, his motivation of his new beginning. Or a beginning of unrest. To follow to the nth degree, perhaps a good present, being present in the moment, a gift. The SE, or sudden event, surprise, and the Knight of Pentacles offers coins or woman or weasel coming up here in new beginnings. But the weasel can come up as the impish energy, because I was getting a very cute energy from the weasel, not anything in a negative way. But if it comes up in a negative way in something that you've experienced, then obviously take it as that meaning for you. But the enemy to the nth degree, the Knight of Secrets or High Priestess, the Hermit in the Tower, or with sudden events or surprises, the Knight of Pentacles perhaps proposing with circular object and new beginnings here, which is very interesting because I'm dealing with a surprise today as well. So not to do with this, but in another sense. So surprise is definitely coming up today. So the Eight of Pentacles reversed is the overwork. You know, overwork never ends up working because it's too much. You can't sustain that. So the overwork or not working or whatever's not working is the focus here. With the Star upright, the Strength upright, the Guidance up reversed, no guidance, the Four of Pentacles reversed, and the Three of Pentacles all reversed here. Overwork not working after the Star or dreams come true. Strong spiritually or divorced or alternative belief system here. And in this underlying energy here, we have Aquarius, Leo, and then Taurus reversed. Alternative belief system, letting go to fix, repair, or make amends with issues at work or third party through there and things not working out. Reaping rewards or assessing funds, and there's less than there's supposed to be there, or one's called on their failings and shamed for it. In energetic exchange, a lot of back and forth, or just feeling unworthy, defenseless to the energies, under attack or siege, or perhaps without an excuse for it. Maybe you don't need an excuse. Why is someone shaming you for this? Presenting the truth or handed their crown or head on a silver platter regarding ego, an idea, or awakening to third party, bad influences, or social distancing, or just no social life, and the unhappiness around this. The Queen of Pentacles receiving the truth from the Knight of Pentacles reversed, feeling down, stuck in their head without peace, all choked up, or needing to swallow their pride. And the Knight of Pentacles reversed is very much about that stubborn bull energy at 426, which is the Emperor and the Page of Wands. So there could be a father and child, heading off with each other. Temptation waving, the Devil, Capricorn, codependencies, and the Queen of Wands reversed, talk about codependencies, clearly out of control, abusive, and are receiving new information and pissed off. Aquarius reversed, Leo upright, and Taurus reversed, and Capricorn upright here. The Aquarius reversed and Capricorn upright are with the Queen of Wands reversed, who may be sick, tired, or sick and tired and pissed off, or having a temper tantrum. Sick and tired of clarity, wanting action, or clear now about sexual connection, or ball and chain. Aquarius not heeding the call, and Capricorn upright, horny devil. The Queen of Wands reversed, out of balance, but it's coming up more of mental balance, or unable to work due to chemical imbalance. Post-war, fool is free to leap, destined to school the goose, or be schooled in the after. I was just getting after school special, or destined to be schooled in the aftermath of sudden events. Aries upright, Libra upright, Scorpio reversed. 0 point. So here we have hugs and kisses, but 0 point and X, and all hell broke loose. So combining 0 point with the X, all hell broke loose, but also 0 plus X is hugs and kisses. So how you interpret how all hell broke loose for you. Or free for the day while little angels are studying, resisting sudden changes after lost their crown, or their crown was blown wide open. Down with the golden goose and out with the dog. Silence is golden and loyal friend is pure. Teacher finally got kids under control, or free to take a break, but with some anxieties about leaving the house or home or building. Worth waiting for comes up here, and beneath it, codependencies. The Emperor's reversed with Sagittarius with attitude, and that again can be the Emperor with that Page of Wands energy. The Emperor reversed can be a Sag or with a Sag with attitude, mixing drinks and white chocolate perhaps, being patient but unhappy, with the Emperor reversed out of control, or injured or ill, or just perhaps needs some help. Defenseless to advances, Aries reversed and Sagittarius upright without an excuse, imprisoned by energy. So again, the Queen of Wands could be Aries reversed, yelling at the Sag upright, who feels shamed, and without an excuse, imprisoned by energy vampires, leaving the truth out of bed, just wanting sex. The Queen of Swords reversed may be pissed or silent, scorned or grieving deeply, or verbally abusive or nagging someone, or someone wants to have sex only to distract the other person so that they can get someone else in and out or to steal something, or have sex when someone shows up unannounced for a pickup or delivery, or someone's trying to sneak out of the house while others are distracted or having sex, or shooting a scene about verbal and sexual abuse here, or child not present, so no longer putting up pretenses with a partner you no longer want to be with, no fake hugs and kisses for show, just don't want to have sex, no excuses, just not feeling it, so no, or can never get any privacy around here with people coming and going, no happy faces here, perhaps a father with 2 moody or difficult teens as well, and the Emperor reversed with 2 fire signs and or Aquarius in their chart. Patience is number 2 with the High Priestess, and adventure beneath that coming up is 55, the Truth, the Ace of Swords, Excalibur. Financially draining dependence or powerlessness at 454, the Emperor again, and the Page of Swords with a message. Spending, loss of power, money and or independence, or making a big purchase, and obviously losing a lot of money if you're doing that. The Page of Swords is reversed with bad news, no news, or lying, spying, potty mouth, or a child as such, suddenly, or a sudden event, epiphany, explosion, eruption, blowing their top, their crown, their cover, or their mind, with new love and recovery, or let back into the fold with the Page of Wands reversed post-war for apologies, taking on the burden and the weight of the world, the Atlas energy with 2 bucks or 2 dear hearts watching. 458 is the Emperor and the 4 of Swords, taking a break, a rest, a connection, the 5D connection, clearing up the field or cleaning up the field, post-war mess, the Page of Wands reversed, having a temper tantrum or frustrated and now hauling ass, post-war burdens being removed by tens, right, in groups of tens, post-war burdens being removed by 10, or child in love got called out perhaps by another child and was humiliated in front of other people and ran away. There definitely could be an energy of a child running away here. And the hauling ass and this both could be running away for different reasons. One could be running away because they did something wrong and they're running from getting in trouble, which happened at my house growing up often. My brother was running away with my mom chasing after him with a broom. And then we have, again, the kid who's humiliated running away from home, or just really hurt by family or friends and running away because of that. Or 2 kids fighting about letting someone in after hours or late for a delivery. Atlas, weight of the world, and overworked, clearly. Not working out with new information or clarity in the aftermath of sudden events, or a massive cleanup or all must go event. Worth waiting for. And the Queen of Swords reversed, done being patient or hurting for Scorpio reversed here. And that could just be someone feeling for a child or a partner or someone in the family or friend. The Scorpio reverse was coming up as having a hard time yesterday. So the energy of the underlying energy before all this was the 6 of Pentacles, the Hierophant reversed, and the 6 of Swords reversed. So sharing and being charitable or settling out, but now wanting to get out, but stuck in your head. And after this read is coming up the World complete, coming full circle, or Pisces rejected, or the sealed divine feminine marching to her own beat, which we're in March now, receiving big love from suffering and silence, or from a sister, and the Empress reversed, passing, or who passed, or who's not doing well, or codependent here, in lack. And the other energy of miscarriage could be coming up here too, because we have both the Empress reversed and the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So somebody could have lost a child, had a miscarriage. I'm not really getting abortion energies, but that is a possibility as well. Or it could just be the energy of victim mentality. It doesn't have to be those energies at all. So someone might not be sleeping and trying to rise above, or awakening and coming out with the King of Wands reversed. The Hermit shedding light on the King of Wands reversed, right? Which is a negative energy, whether they're just exhausted or pissed off, regarding lovers or giving affection. That again can be someone who has temper tantrums, the King of Wands reversed, and maybe that's why the Page of Wands reversed has temper tantrums. Or maybe they have ADHD and they have a hard time controlling their physical actions. So 510 comes up here, which is the 5 of the Hierophant, the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune. And then going forward with the read is the recent past of karma reversed, choked, and on the run, right? So maybe someone got freaked out and got scared to do something they wanted to do, on the run from sexual energy or a proposal from suffering in silence, or a sister up nights under the radar, spying, lying, spreading rumors, or a child in the Page of Swords reversed with a mouth on them and very disrespectful or immature, or bipolar, a burden by the King of Wands reversed, home with the Page of Cups reversed, or rejected and giving up, or the King of Wands reversed breaking up a fight and burdened by the Page of Swords reversed. I was just getting POW as well, but reversed, perhaps breaking out, right? A prisoner breaking out, which can be a child breaking out from home, or news of a divorce, or break from a contract, religion, establishment, or Taurus reversed, or thinking outside the box with Leo, pet, or child, or just pacifying their own inner beast, or Leo upright, Aquarius reversed, or Taurus reversed, or pets scared by people throwing temper tantrums, by tempers flaring, or Aquarius stole something, or dog scared away a robber, or they scared a kid's friend, or kids or adults pushing each other's buttons, one chasing the other to beat them up because the other is getting away with something, or parents freaking out at kids for letting the pets make in the house with a big mess to clean up. The King of Wands reversed is tired and pissed, and this can be someone coming home from work too. It's like, really? Like, I just came home working overtime and now I got to come home to this? Or feeling burdens by lots of emails, applications, or interviews, and only rejections at 522, the Hierophant and the Fool. Feeling a failure in surrender. And the foundation here is the Knight of Cups reversed. Jealous, moody, insincere, or feeling rejected. The King of Pentacles reversed and the King of Swords upright, starting over without option. Receiving an offer of a big love or offer of the Holy Grail. The central energy is the Nine of Wands reversed, the wounded warrior surrendering to just be satisfied with self. The patient angel of a higher love, insecure and without tools, or had tools stolen at 526, again, the Hierophant and the Page of Wands. The challenge being here, the Tower reversed, a mess to clean up, lots of energetic exchange, arrows of love, or just lots of back and forth energy, communications, travel, whatever it is, with the Emperor reversed, ending pain or in a painful ending in betrayal or in too much pain to drive at 528, 28 being the choice of path, which way to go. Looking back or going back to pick up the Page of Pentacles reversed, who's in need of help, in a bold move, the Knight of Swords rushes back to third-party lover or Gemini through work, getting their wish of self-satisfaction, a man with two lovers or twins, happy and not hearing the call to action, right? Not heeding the call, not swallowing their pride, or Aquarius reversed, charging in every minute. So whether that's charging up a credit card or charging in, like with a temper, about a love offer, an interview, the World Cup, second prize, or charging in about the cherry on top. This tops the cake. As out of options, after a jealous rage, the Fool is free to leap, or Gemini upright, Aquarius reversed, Scorpio reversed, and Aries upright here. To dependence, leaping to powerlessness, or Ace of Wands with new passion they'd been running from at night, or Cancer left behind. And now is the World, Pisces or Divine Feminine in the 5D world, in right hand, or Divine Feminine with the World in their right hand, their masculine side, and the Knight of Wands rushing back to rescue, while the Queen of Pentacles is just fine, upright, and sharing with others or settling out for them while they're gone from the workplace, dropping the mask, the facade, the ball, the pattern at home, or to go home only for more responsibilities. At work with lots of options or seeing synchronicities of the one, distracting them from aligning at work or getting all their work done. The Three of Swords is upright, and the Three of Wands, or a three-way situation, the emotional unsatisfaction or cycle that's so done. Letting go to fix with hostage or hands tied, and the Page of Wands is inspired or excited by death and dark night, by endings and transitions, the Grim Reaper, or manly woman, or womanly man, and the Emperor reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, living in the past, nightmare, or keep going back to the same old nightmare together, being strong, pacifying their beasts, or with pets, Leo, ego, kids, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, stubborn mule, stuck, disabled, or without a job, in divorce and not leaving. Or Taurus reversed and Knight of Pentacles reversed, which can be the same energy, uncomfortable in emotions, or with the elephant in the room, clarity of the Empress reversed and the Queen of Pentacles upright, hiding behind her mother, or hiding her new boobs from that she was gifted from her mother, or evil Empress strutting around topless to tease or retain the power, with the Queen of Pentacles upright hiding and the Nine of Pentacles reversed, dependent, being served or powerless, being powerless to sexual advances with growth, and or powerless to creative projects being pushed in their face, or always being rejected, partnering or partner never wanting to have sex with them. Soon as transition upright, death, dark night, end and transformation, inner children or outer children loving each other, out in the cold together, facing jealousies and rejections, users and schmoozers in separation without peace, with secret passion or a need to use their intuition, defenseless or without excuse. The Page of Wands excited by the High Priestess reversed, or secret passion at 550, which is the Hierophant and emotional fulfillment. The Twin Flames coming up as the Two of Cups reversed, in disconnect, not seeing eye to eye, or at a distance, not able to see each other face to face. The Queen of Swords reversed, Aquarius in chart, and the King of Cups reversed with Virgo, or advisor, shedding light for them. New information and clarity for the world. Pisces upright, or sealed divine feminine, complete at the full moon, at night, or with Cancer, whether it could be Cancer sun or rising there. So it is safe to love, and then wedding, the situation involves a marriage, and then reconciliation comes up here. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is reason reversed, the Emperor reversed, without reason, no logical explanation. The Queen of Cups upright, focusing on her heart and her dreams, her heart's desire, satisfied with self. Dark night transforms and comes forward to make a big offer. Aries reversed, Aquarius upright, and Scorpio upright here. And the block for the twins being the Knight of Pentacles reversed, being stuck, blocked, stubborn, lazy, disabled, unable to work or function, or seen that way. The High Priestess reversed in a losing battle, with the Empress reversed, out of control, with ego, Leo, kids or pets, overexposed, or sisters not playing nicely. Pisces reversed, Taurus reversed, and Leo reversed here. That's not a great combination either. New beginnings coming up, but even more so physical activities. Star or dream girl, or Aquarius in disconnect or at a distance, or broke up, dependent, financially drained, or powerlessness. To temptation, codependencies, the devil or Capricorn waving and rising above, or awakening to the injustice of Capricorn upright and Libra reversed. The Hermit in exile from the group, tripping up and not seeing eye to eye with partner, or mother, or sister, or soulmate. So that was the question, was, if it is a soulmate, were they actually a soulmate? So the Hermit and left out of a negative group, in a bold move over exposing or letting the secret out, or sundowning, Cancer or Pisces, or while ascending, right? Feeling like you're losing your memory. Drained, sick, or no energy between Cancer and Pisces, or the car and the need for common sense. Ascending quickly without sunshine, in need of a secret passion and dream. The family, the dream family, the Ten of Pentacles, the family, business, community, and legacy, or the world. And then the overwork or not working, the rejection, jealousy, disconnect in a breakup without reason, or the Emperor reversed who's out of control in karmic surrender, or stole the mother's car and surrendered, needing to use their intuition, or the secret is out, and the challenge being, after sudden events, a cleanup and death, and the inability to function with cycle done, with powerlessness in exile from the negative group or third party, or social distancing, and traveling in need of sunshine with secret passion, or Pisces or Virgo reversed. The star strong without guidance, or Aquarius and Leo, divorce, home with work issues, not working out, holding back an amount or a need to swallow their pride. So holding back an announcement or a need to swallow their pride. Deliberations with the weight of the world, rejection and jealousy, and surrender to complete a cycle, challenged by the mess to clean up. Being in disconnect, not seeing eye to eye, or being at a distance, not seeing face to face. In a transition of the Emperor reversed. Illogical at 608 there, 6 being the lovers, 8 being strength, and now here, 611, the lovers and justice, truth and balance. But dealing with the Emperor reversed and illogical sundowning, or just out of control, then this can be abusing their power or stepping down because they're losing their power and they need to retire or just deciding to do something else. Unable to function or stubborn, out of work, financially draining, or powerless, exiled from the group, or dependent was, in a bold move, in need of sunshine or vacation and a dream life. At 613, the lovers and the end. So we had main energies here of the 9 of Wands in the middle of the read in surrender, and the 9 of Pentacles at the end there, reversed, right? 1 in surrender and 1 letting go of power, right? The no need for power, right? When you surrender and trust and have faith. And then in a lesser sense, the 9 of Cups was coming up upright regarding the self-satisfaction for both of them. The Knight of Pentacles reversed and the 9 of Pentacles reversed can be siblings, or it can be a couple as well, or people at work who are younger. And then the Emperor reversed, again, out of control, abusing their power, or out of control, sick or ill, or stepping down from power. And we have the World and the Death card as main cards in this read, both upright. There is a cycle that is definitely completed. Okay, so we're going to pull a few oracle cards here and wrap this up. All right, it's 5207 on the clock here, which is the 52-7 is the way it's written, and that's the Queen of Swords. And we have, again, the 1059 that came up the other day with you guys. It's the minute before 11 o'clock. It just turned 11. 11 o'clock is the Justice, Truth and Balance with 2 zeros behind it, a lot of source energy backing it up, and that was just the minute before the hour. The minute before Justice, and now it was just showing you that Justice is here. The cycle is done. All right, let's see what comes up from the energy deck for everybody watching. The best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know and learn for the twins? What's our takeaway? All right, we have door to romance is the key to your heart, not in a cage. You see the heart's actually outside of the cage, and the door's opened. The 33 of the Christ vibration, the standing up for yourself and what you want from this life. And the energy of this card is very much like, you know, this is very much like the card of figuring out what you want. What is it that, I think it's right here, hold on. Yep. So these are the next 2 cards, all tied up and then door to value. So this is very similar to this, only this is valuing heart and love, and this is, you know, what are the things in life that you value, that you want to deal with every day. And you see the doors are red over here, but they're gold over here. Okay? And then we have all tied up the King of Wands, who was reversed in the read in between. All right, so we have, just want to make sure, I'm pretty sure he was reversed. Was he upright over there? No. All right, so 33, the Christ vibration, 23, the King of Wands, which also came up as the W, remembers, the 23rd letter of the alphabet, and then the 31 of the again, that energy of the 5 of Wands, the expansion. What do you value in expanding? How do you want to go forward? But this is coming up as that coy energy, being a tease. And remember, the weasel came up, so it's kind of like that energy, right? This is someone who teases to get their way, but this is not love. They're not offering you love. They're offering you a temptation so that they can get what they want. And that's coming up as the King of Wands reversed here. Someone standing up for themselves. And again, the need to expand over here, to expand beyond perhaps what you were taught, the things you were taught growing up. I'm going to see what comes up next here for you. 24 comes up too, all right? So now we have the 23 and the 24, which the King and Queen of Wands were both reversed, right? There are other options. When the window falls out, there are other doors and windows open, adjacent possibilities. You don't need to be all tied up. In the King and Queen of Wands, we're both reversed in this read and obviously not happy together. That's the energy. All right, so the King and Queen of Wands are coming up here as the King, right, flirting with heart and emotions, and here's the Queen, you know, flirting with other options in a monetary sense. So this is the Queen focusing on what she wants to do, maybe that she's all about superficial things, and the masculines perhaps even selling themselves, you know, for support over here, right? This one focused on money, this one focused on love, or perhaps even using themselves for stability, for someone else to take care of business. That could be as well, okay? And this can be the other way around. Maybe the feminine in the masculine's life, or the feminine, divine feminine, is more masculine energy and coming up like this as a feminine with masculine energy, and here's the masculine in the Queen of Wands feminine energy. So it can go both ways. Okay. All right, let's see what comes up from the Journey of Love, and then we're going to wrap it up here. And so again, this coming up is standing up for yourself and, right, fighting for what you want, but not in a fight way. Standing up for yourself and not backing down. Certainly you can walk away, but don't back down, right? Don't let someone else manipulate you into what they want, which is the point there. And sometimes that requires someone else leaving and taking a different road, which there are always other options. There are always other doors open, right? When one window falls out or a door closes, another one opens. So here is the Journey of Love. Let's see what comes up for you today as your takeaway. Take another deep breath. What is our message, our guidance after this read, the point of this read here? What is our message? It's being a little bit choppy here. Hold on. All right. Acceptance. 55 is the Ace of Swords, the Excalibur, and this is the Enchanted Forest. And there's that proposal again, and that's been coming up a lot yesterday and today, and here's a witness over here in the forest. The acceptance that this is real, right? Someone doesn't believe in dreams, right? And here's accepting the dream, like it doesn't go away, and they have to finally accept that it's real. 55 is the truth. And there's the very same similar colors there, right? The Earth Angel, accepting that angels do exist. And her grace. And one more wants to be seen. That's number 17, which is the star. And then the pearl threaded, that we're all connected. So these two are very similar together, although this is much more smooth than over here, although there's a little bit of choppiness of energy in there. The Enchanted Forest, that angels are real and dreams are real. The truth and the message of the 54, the Page of Swords, right? That little light of mine. How she glows in the light. All the rainbow colors. The angel on earth. In the Enchanted Forest. And the star of dreams come true in the etheric realms. In the upper chakra systems. In reaching out gracefully with grace and ease. In the chakra energy of the circular energy. Smooth as silk, and the pearl threaded. That each one of us is the pearl, the beauty that comes from the expansion of the bacteria getting into the oyster or clam, right? By going through the growth process and standing up for oneself, it becomes a pearl. It becomes this beautiful thing that's connected to all. Acceptance that there are angels on earth whose star in grace, in ease and grace, the pearl. It's like here's the pearl up here. It's like the pearl in the etheric realm made manifest here. Look how she's pointing. Here it is, darling, over here. It's over here. And gracefully pointing the way, right? In the etheric realms. The connection. And it's very greens to blues there, very much the aqua of the Divine Mother. And the heart to the high heart, the connection between the heart and the high heart. And the juicy center. I'm getting that. And the connection between our juicy centers. And trying to show the way, oh so gracefully, doing it in such a beautiful, flowing way, you know, leading to the pearl. To the connection between us all. You see? She's pointing to the string that connects us all. I know there's something else that wants to come up. Oh, the underlying energy is God speaks. And again, here's your inner connection, and there's that energy too of the pearl and the etheric pearl, right? We had to clear out our etheric body as opposed to the bacteria getting into the clam or oyster. Here was the bacteria that was in our etheric body that we needed to clear, which becomes the connection to our higher self, to God, to Source. God speaks through this with 33, the Christ vibration, with standing up for yourself and taking the high ground with grace, with lightning, with grace and ease. After the dance of the planets, the 56 of being in your knowing and keeping your energy pure into yourself. And this card comes up with Linda and Paul McCartney. You know, on the record, Linda and Paul. Something in the way she moves. That's coming up from the Beatles. Me like no other. Something in the way she moves me. I don't want to leave her now. I don't want to leave her now. I don't know why this is upside down now. I was getting the record turning around on the turntable, which is, God was saying, this was turning around like this because the record's spinning. How cool is that? Spirit is so cool. Okay. And then the 69 of the contemplation, the 69 is the Ace of Pentacles, right? That new life of perfect contentment. And contemplating what it is that would make you perfectly contented. What would make you happy. All right, so we're going to read Acceptance, number 55, The Enchanted Forest. And I have to go. All right, acceptance. You've offered yourself, asked to be of service to the greater good, created something you want to contribute towards healing our world, and your offer has been gratefully accepted by the divine. Know this and be at peace. This oracle brings you a message. You're completely received, accepted by the divine just as you are. There is nothing to change, just you to be. You've made an offering of a prayer, a sacrifice of an attachment, and a giving of a desire to be of service, to make a contribution to the world, and your offer is joyfully being transformed into the seeds of how this can best be. Your next step is about to begin. Shall we find some sunshine amongst the cloudy days, a gentle touch that softly warms and leads us on our way? Past stately oaks and candles glow, and places we've never been, a friend to share the memories before it's home again. Don't forget to drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, and get your nature. And as always, guys, sending much love, and rise and be love. Bye, guys.